What song is that? Sometime tonight. What time night? Is that Long Time Sally? Gonna have me some fun? Yeah.
And Mary found Uncle John. He claimed he has a misery, but he having a lot of fun. Oh, baby. Yes, baby. Woo, baby. Having me some fun tonight.
Well, we're gonna have me some fun tonight. So I'm headed into they're actually calling it an inferno. The whole country of Greece is on fire. So anyway, I'm on YouTube right now, my friends. Let's see if you get the link. Did anybody get alerts? I'll drop it in here for you. Come and join me on YouTube. And I'm going to say my farewells because I got to make sure I got everything ready to go for this trip. Baby, we're going to have some fun. So I have something very interesting to tell you about today. You wouldn't think of it, right? Again, Dow's up pretty big. Q's kind of flat. But underneath this market right now is some of the best trading we've seen, especially for July after this magnitude of a move. We are still tacking on. We are 5 for 5 on the earnings reversals. So if you're keeping count, Delta Airlines reversed, awesome. JP Morgan reversed, awesome. Citibank reversed, awesome. What else was there? Wells Fargo, awesome. So today we came in with the same idea. All right, Bank of America, it's gapped up. Let's short it. It worked. But here's the best part, and here's why I consider myself one of the greatest traders of all time. There's no way in hell I thought Bank of America was going to recover today. None. Right? So that's what I thought. And then I realized, wait, thinking's overrated and it doesn't work. I don't know if Bank of America is going to go back up. Oh, wait, there it's breaking back over the breakdown price. Oh, wait, now it's breaking VWAP. Buy it. And that's how you trade. Stop thinking you know things. Nobody knows anything. What you do know is you have a plan. And the plan was Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, Lockheed Martin, Charles Schwab, and of course, the greatest hedge fund ever launched. We're now up 163% since I think it's when we really start putting it together. And it was basically May 1st, really got started, on the pivot point in March. So here's how to join me on StockTwits, by the way. Please join me on StockTwits. Right? I'll get you the link in a second. But we're on YouTube right now, so we're just testing the links. Sometimes you get the alert, sometimes you don't get the alert. That's what's so weird. And that's the thing about the internet that drives me nuts. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't work. And that's one of those things where I've given up. When something doesn't work, I'm like, all right, it just doesn't work right now, and it'll work tomorrow. Turn it off and on, drop it from 5 feet in the air. If it doesn't break, maybe that'll fix it. Give it the Fonzie, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I can't sweat that stuff anymore. But you know what I'm sweating? I'm sweating this market and another great article, 2 articles that I saw this morning. MarketWatch.com says that the stifling heat around the globe might dampen this market rally. I say mega dildos to that because not only does the market not care about economic data, it doesn't care about being hot. The algorithms aren't going, damn, it's hot out there. No, nobody cares. So every one of my stocks now is in play. And if you come to my website, I've been giving you the same list of stocks for the past, 6 or 7 months. It all started with Carvana. And remember why it started with Carvana. Carvana is your shining beacon of the ineptitude of this industry. Downgrading a stock at 5 that was already down 390 points. Let's give it up for Carvana one more time. Let's give it up for analysts that think they know things. Let's give it up for people that think they know things. Let's give it up for this industry and the folly that it is. And let's give it up for ourselves, realizing one by one And again, that is my purpose in life. My only, well, not my only purpose in life. One of my main purposes in life is to expose the industry for the joke that it is. And now it's been 11 years. You see the joke and it rewrites itself every day. Downgrades are upgrades, upgrades are downgrades. Skepticism is bullish. So I saw two great articles, right? And the reason I love this article is that one article said, there is no wall of worry to keep climbing. This market's in trouble. No, that article itself is bullish because if they're saying there is no market, there's no wall of worry to climb, this market's in trouble, that is part of the wall of worry. When you stop seeing those articles, and by the way, pay the dollar. For $1 a week, you get to read marketwatch.com. It's just $1. What a great business model, actually, because everybody pays the dollar. This is why I said I don't know why Twitter didn't charge money. And anybody that uses Twitter would have paid $5. If you said, I need $50 a year from Twitter, done. And most people would have paid the $50. Certain things you just need. At $1 a week, I think I pay $4 a month for marketwatch.com. And for $5, you get marketwatch.com and Barron's. So sticking with the program, right? We obviously know who called the bull market first. We had JC Peretz, again, the Mount Rushmore of technical analysis. I'm always putting JC up there. Mark Newton, Tom Lee. We also talked to who else was very, very knowledgeable? The Almanac Trader. He talks about sentiment and seasonality, when the market tends to rally, what it normally does. He said, look for some selling in the middle of June, but chances are we're going to start taking off at the end of June into the July. Voila. And again, the best part of what I do is I just take all of it under advisement. I mean, my favorite trade is ripping apart people that don't know what they're doing. That, again, it's a special place for me because I was that guy. And again, I've had many, many bouts with this thinking that I knew what I was talking about. And I hope years from now that all of those articles are still on the internet so we can go back and read and learn who knows what they're talking about, who doesn't know what they're talking about. But also, one thing that's for sure, even if you're wrong, right? Most people say, all right, I'm wrong. You just don't stay wrong. One of the first lessons I've learned. Faux show bro, momentum trading, fear, greed. And you're allowed to be wrong. You just don't stay wrong because I couldn't have been more wrong about Bank of America today, but the VWAP's telling me, buy it. So a lot of things have happened over the last 3 or 4 months. But the main thing is I built a hedge fund and I had 19 positions in them. Now we're down to 17. We got out of AAOI because you buy a stock at 375 and 5 and it goes to 11. You're good. And that's what I didn't understand, again, what was happening 3 years ago. I mean, you had people that were in Roku at $50 and the stock was at 500. What do you want? 1,000? You give me a $2 stock that goes to 10. Thanks. I don't really care what it does. I'll readjust some other time. But I mean, we're just adding every position we have on is off the same chart. Because if you haven't learned Carvana, let it be the shining beacon of hope that you have. You can do this, people. Take advantage of people that don't know what they're doing. That's the name of the game. You've been getting taken advantage of your whole life. That's why. Come and let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you how the stocks move back and forth around algorithmic volume weighted average prices. Let me show you the articles that I look at every day. Let me show you how to find the people that don't know what they're talking about and how to exploit them. That's what this industry is all about. There's only a select few people that do seem to know what they're talking about, and none of them are fundamental traders. I guess Warren Buffett, but Warren Buffett's it's the same thing. I'm buying stocks for the long term. All right, great. But for me, I come in today, I got ideas. Lockheed Martin, gapping up. When do we short it? Bank of America, Morgan Stanley. And then you got Carvana. Carvana, every time it's broken VWAP this year, you've gotten paid. If it's under the VWAP for more than 15 minutes and it breaks it, when it does break back above it, it goes higher. And again, this is what's so special about what we're doing collectively. We are a movement that's only growing. The VWAP community, we're taking over. People are real more and more that this is the way. This is the only way. And when you see it on a daily basis, and what we've been doing is we're taking the long-term charts, we're getting intimately familiar with the long-term chart, the midterm chart, and then we're staying short-term bias with the swing and the investment. It's a very difficult endeavor because every pullback you want to dump your position, but instead of doing that, now we do what I tell you to do: short the stock while it's weak, but don't sell out of it, right? Because Rig was a good short the last couple of days. We're not selling Rig. The stock's breaking out of a 11-year freaking slumber. Why would you dump the rest of your name, right? We're at 870 now. 920 is one of our targets, 1150, and then 15 bucks. But if Rig's down tomorrow, you short a little bit to offset the one day. The only stock that we've exited right now is AAOI. And you got the 3 down days. If it pulls back to 750, we might investigate getting back in that one also. But the point is, right, there was a transition. The idea that, this market, the day trader was the one that was at risk. Are you nuts? We're liquid and loving it and making money every day. Then the market shifted where swing trading became a little bit more easy. We were getting positive. So then we shifted and we started doing more swing trading. Then the market starts to break out, and your swing trades have now become investments because who the hell's getting out of ENVX? You've been waiting 9 months for this move. Here we are. Sure, you're going to take some profit up here. The stock looks like it's an easy $28. So that has been the new, again, if you don't pivot a little bit with the nature of the market, you're going to fail. So short-term bias with the long-term and mid-term knowledge. Become intimately familiar with 20 stocks, and you can make a living at this, and that's what we're doing. So every day we have my hedge fund list. Those are the go-to names. Then we have the banks. We stick with the banks because the banks are the ones that report it. Then you also have the weird biotech stocks and the crazy wannabe wealth management company, which you all understand PMW is not a real company. Okay? Whether or not it is, the joke is just stick with that premise. PMW, $5 IPO, 3.1 million shares, and the idea is that it's a wealth management company out of Hong Kong. You understand what that means, right? It's not a wealth management company out of Hong Kong. It's a fake company. It's 2 Chinese kids in a closet reading the Fidelity Magellan brochure from 1987. That's what Prestige Wealth Incorporated does. But that doesn't matter because we made money on the way up, then it crashed. And yesterday, for some reason, there was some dyers there again at 10 and change. So we bought it again at 1150. I'm not telling you I held it overnight. Are you insane? But you came in today and you said, hey, the stock caught a nice bid yesterday. If it follows through, maybe we buy it. Bang! It goes up another 7 points. That was just icing on the cake. You had a Bank of America 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversal to the downside. You had a Bank of America 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversal to the upside. Then Lockheed Martin came along, right? Yeah, you know what? It's not for everybody, but man, oh man, how many times can you see a 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversal trade work? And look how it got to the multi-day, friends, if you guys are still watching it. I got short on the first break because I want to be first in, but I'm also the first out. I got blue line to orange line. I was happy. Made my 3.5 points. See ya. My mistake, as I'm always talking about mistakes because that's how I learn, my mistake was not revisiting because I was something else, Carvana. And then I was like, oh, then you have MASI. MASI, what's MASI? Who cares, right? Does anybody know what Masi is? Massimo, isn't that a, wasn't he an evil villain in a gangster film? Massimo, was it MASI, right? I don't need to know what this company is. I don't need to know who owns it or what hedge fund might be buying or selling it. I don't need to know who the CEO is and if he's buying any of these stocks. I don't need any of this stuff. I just know that whatever this stock is was gapped down 30 points. Give me a reason to buy it. And what's the reason? The reason is ass crack VWAP rate at 105.20. And then it pulls back. And then it opens up, breaks the VWAP, breaks the high watermark from the pre-market. You buy it. And you buy it at 108 and a quarter, and the stock goes to 114. And you're like, hey, what's this stock? Who cares? Who cares? Because you're not going to own it after tomorrow. These are the day trades. The day trades are the earnings reversals that continue to work, and nothing else matters. So now, what we do and what we've been doing is we're taking some of the day trading money. Hey, you still like this GDRX? Sure do. I'm gonna buy another 200 shares. Hey, you still like this stock Mob? Yeah. Okay. Cool. You made $610 trading Lockheed Martin. I'm gonna take 210. Buy some more Mob. Take the money from the day trade, put it to work on some of the other ideas. You're playing with house money. And let me tell you about house money. What? House money all night long. Say what? We are not in the $20 calls in Carvana anymore. We're not in the $30 calls anymore. We're in the November 50s that nobody ever thought was going to be coming into play. And you know what? It's time to cash out of the November 50s. Because once they start getting to the point where you're up huge, and again, now they're 950, right? Most of us are in from $3 and $4. It's another 100%. You take the money. I'm thinking about January 80s now on Carvana. You know why? Because I don't care if it works. We've won. We won the Carvana bet. We've won. We were in the stock at 6 and change. We're banging it out at 12 and a half. Getting back in. You know the story, right? But now's the time where you knock it up. So if you're in November 50s and you're up over 100%, cash out, and then you roll into the ones where you don't even expect to make money on. Does anybody really think Carvana's going to 85 except for me? I think it's going to 58 bucks. But if it breaks $58, if Carvana breaks $58, it legitimately could go to $96. And if it gets through the earnings on August 3rd or August 5th, I forgot what day it was. If it gets through the earnings without getting destroyed, there's not going to be a short on earth that's not going to cover, and the stock could have a 30-point day. That's why you still got to be in the name, even though it's up 650%, and it's the number one stock of 2023. Called here, right here. And by the way, my friends, I've never been off the air. I've been doing this every day. I'm never not working, right? What's that commercial? Never not working. I got my boy working with me now. He's got two more friends. I'm just handing out the cash. When I come back from Greece, if I don't melt, uh, just all I need is some time, some of your patience, and a little tiny money, and you will be the next. You'll be the next guy that makes something out of this, and you'll start to see how it works. Once you see how it works, you will get the joke. You'll get the joke that is Goldman Sachs. You'll get the joke that is CNBC. You'll get the joke about MarketWatch.com. You'll get it. Start to see it. And it's fantastic when you see it. When you see it, the absolute, I mean, there's no other word to describe it. Inept, complicit. Watch the movies. Go watch the China Hustle. Go watch Too Big to Short. Go watch Too Big to Fail. Get angry, people. Manage your own money. manage your own money, be in control, and then never, ever, ever blame anybody else for your problems. And again, I was looking back at some of the stocks that I own. One of the worst trades I did this year was being convinced by an analyst. I don't know what I was thinking. I must have been nervous because I bought one of the first stocks I bought during the crash was Spotify. Spotify. I never thought I'd see that stock under 100. And I'm buying it. What did I buy it at? 70. I bought it at about 79.50, $80. And then I got downgraded the next day. Not only did this guy downgrade the stock, he said it could go out of business because of the artists were going to revolt. They wanted to get paid more. The experiment with podcasts wasn't working. There's going to be more competition. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess. Well, maybe this guy knows more than me. The chart looks pretty good. I guess I'll take my $500 hit. And I lost $500 on the trade. You know where the stock is now? It's 100 points higher from where I sold it. I'm never going to listen to anybody else ever. And again, when I talk about what I'm doing, you're not listening to me. I'm guiding you to listen to yourself. I'm showing you the light. That's the guidance. But then you take these trades upon yourself. You get it. The guy that's shipping Lockheed Martin today did way better than I did because he's stuck with the Lockheed Martin. He's crushing me. I got out of Carvana 2 points ago. I got some other guys that are still loaded up from this morning. It's not me. It's definitely not about me. But I will show you how to do it, and then you'll run with it, and you'll never stop running. And then here's the best part about swing trading and portfolio building and whether or not this market's about to follow through up another 20% if a recession's coming. None of that really matters. But when the technicals point to a rollover and all the talking heads are about preparing you for the next leg up, we're going to short everything right in their face. You know it's going to happen. I've done it every time. I call bottoms and tops. I don't have to be the first one in. You could be the third one in. No problem getting in, right? No problem getting in. Anyway. But you wouldn't think, right, that on the surface today, the Qs are plus or minus $1. The Dow's up 300. Banks are strong. That's why we're up so big. Oil and energy are hanging in there again. But underneath, there is a massive amount of opportunity every day. And we were in the right place on every one of these trades. I mean, and again, it's not just me, it's everybody. We got people having 20 grand days. One of our members, $100,000 week. One of our members is millionaires are being formed. This is it. This is it. This is the greatest time to be a trader. I have never seen a July this active, this profitable, this, again, I'm not going to use the word easy because it's still difficult if you don't know what you're doing. But when you see it, you will never unsee it and you'll understand. And then you'll start to point and laugh. Ha ha! You'll love it. And I just hope all those articles that were written, the Goldman Sachs articles, the bear market's going to last 2 to 5 year articles, the I need to be selling this stock at $3 because it's going to go to zero articles, which are the best. Because if you read the article, like if you read some of these calls out there that were made, it sort of made sense. And that's the wrong thing. You don't need to make sense. Carvana at 41 doesn't really make sense unless you're a technical analysis guy. Then it makes complete sense because it's just math. Once you got over 1250, 22 was the area. If you got through 22, 38 was the next area. If you got through 38, 48 was the next area. You get through 48, 58's coming. You get through 58, you're possibly going at 89, 92.50 on the stock. It's just math and momentum. and the shorts are on the wrong side. And it's fantastic. So again, whatever you think about, swings and investments, trust me, guys. When I tell you to exodus this market, you better listen. Just like AOI, right? Nailed it. I know what a blow off top looks like, and usually it lasts 3 days. Look at AOI. We sold it at the highs, and we got short. These are these are the greatest times. This is it. And like I've said, and I've been challenging people on the internet for many years. I'm done. Nobody's going to take the challenge. Nobody's silly enough to go up against me. I could out trade anybody on any time frame now, and I just proved it. Any time frame. You need me to build a portfolio? I built the best portfolio ever. You want to swing trade? I'll show you how to swing trade. Multiple time frame VWAPs, breakouts over extended monthlies. It's working, right? So that's where we're at right now. So I'm getting on a plane in about a couple hours. Pray for me. Hopefully I don't melt. I bought, I got the backpack with the water. I bought ice packs that I could break open to put underneath my arms. I'm freaking out. All right. I got portable fans that used to have in the 80s with the C batteries. I got ice packs for my underarms. I got crotchless underwear. What happened? No, I don't have any crotchless underwear. I don't know what that means. But the day I'm going to be in Athens, we're starting the tour at 8 o'clock in the morning, so the heat probably won't kick in until about noon. I think we're going to be able to manage, and then we're going to Crete, which isn't so bad, and then we're going to Santorini. We'll be all right. I love the fact that Greece is like, please don't come here. Please don't come here. Oh, bro. But again, this is it. This is it. This is the shiz name. And again, going back to all the articles and stuff and all that craziness. Again, most people are smart enough after a certain amount of time. They're like, all right, I guess we're not going into recession. They'll readjust. All right, I guess the stocks aren't going down. But that moment, if you listen to the wrong people a year ago, you missed the biggest rally, the best rally in 43 years now. So that is called opportunity risk, opportunity loss. So not only were you possibly on the wrong side of the market, which would have been detrimental. By the way, Q is only down 50 cents now because we never go down ever. Not only did you get convinced to stay out of the market because there was some recession or whatever the fucking narrative was at this point, you just missed the best opportunity you're going to have probably in the over the next 3 to 5 years. But join me because like I said, when everybody starts getting bullish, when all the skeptics from last year, when they join in and they bring their flock with them or their sheep of losers, we're going to shove these stocks right down their throats and we're going to crush them because the last ones into the rally are the more nervous people. So when it rolls, it plummets because they're the last ones in, but they're always the first ones out because anybody who's buying, you're buying Carvana at 41.75, yeah, you finally got in and things start to turn, you're out. You're not going to hesitate. So if they do roll, it gets ugly. And then what's the best part is once they're all getting done, right, getting crushed. Oh, and this is my uncle, by the way. When he buys the market, we know it's over. By the way, Q is 20 cents away from going green. Microsoft's up 10, taking us up. That's the weighting of the market. You're seeing it live right here as Microsoft's tacking on, grabbing the whole market, ripping this market straight up. Microsoft's up 10 now. By the way, let's give it up to the analyst saying that, the run on Microsoft was over at 250. Another one. Let's give it up to the analyst that said Apple's a dinosaur. That was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite articles. It's a dinosaur now with no intervention. Intervention, 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 intervention. I needed an intervention. And then, of course, Rivian just took me a lot to get back in that one. That one hurts my feelings every time I look at it. I'm back in at 22.50. I was in the stock at 13 and 14 and change, and I bought all those contracts. The timing of that trade couldn't have been worse. I left a 30, 40 grand trade on the table, and I lost 5 grand. It was just absurd. But I'm not doing that anymore. Now I'm just using bigger stops, trading around the portfolio, and just still mostly liquid. I built the portfolio as a goof just to see if I could, and I did. And it's all coming out of the same. It's all coming out of the same. It's all the same pattern. That's what makes it easy-ish, just easy-ish. But guys, good luck. I'll see you when I see you. One good thing is I am bringing my computer. I don't know if I want to ruin my vacation by logging on and watching the market. I wasn't planning on doing it, but 9 to 11 is when I like to trade. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. here is 3 to 5 p.m. over there, where we're probably going to be just chilling. So I might log in, join you, see what's going on, check out these earnings reports because there's so much action, and it's something. Oh, and Pac W. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your consideration. I hope you guys know Pac W. We added to it the other day because the banks were showing strength. Pac W, baby. Now again, sold some today at 9. You're not getting me out of Pac W. I'm going for broke on this one, or I'm going to be broke. New York community, I own New York. I don't talk about that. We've owned that for 32 years. Yeah, I don't talk about that stuff. But Pac W, just awesome. And the Qs are green. That's amazing. I was going to tell you today's the day that the Qs won't stay green. Won't go green today. And I'm wrong again. Market's too strong. Market's just too strong. It cannot stay down. It cannot stay down. It's phenomenal. Again, as much as I'm a perma bear, I know when to pivot, baby. But my bearishness will come back. My bearishness will come back, and we are going to crush everybody. And then we're going to point fingers, and we're going to read their articles, and we're going to laugh at them again because they're so pathetic. And this industry is such a joke that it's just every person that is a success, they're a success because they're seeing the light. And what is that light? This industry is a joke, and it should be made fun of because it is a joke. Just like the Josh Brown bottom, right? I'm in at 124. I don't think this is working out. I got to dump it here at $24. And that was then capitulation live right there on the TV. What a day that was, right? The Josh Brown bottom was formed, and the market's been pretty good since then, which is now a year and a month old. And again, you think Josh talks about that trade too often? No. Think he talks about how he thought the market was going to be in a bearish pattern for 2 to 5 years? And this is a guy that I love. I love Josh. He's the snarkiest bastard I know. Smart guy, but he got it wrong, like most people. Bear markets don't last for 3 to 5 years. The last bear market that lasted that, yeah. And by the way, to that point from a couple of days ago, that wasn't a bear market. The market just didn't do anything for 1957 to 1982. Start looking at 82 to now. The market changed in 1982. They started doing experiments. You guys ever watch Black Monday? Watch that show. Phenomenal. Black Monday. I believe that's a true story. They started experimenting with computers and algorithms, and it went nuts. And it crashed the market in 87, and they fixed it, and they broke the market in 1987 to basically never go down ever again. And really, if you look at the trend, sure, we've had our crashes, we've had pandemics and China contagion and all the other bullshit. But Look at the market from 87 to where we are right now. They're all just farts in the wind. All right? Rock and roll, people. Get to know the real Kenny Glick, because a lot of people out there, you still don't know who I am. Come to the website. Become intimate with me. That's right. I wear good smelling deodorant. Don't worry about it. Become intimately, learn what we're doing. Learn what we're doing, and you will never unsee it. And you'll be one of us. One of us. One of us. Join the VWAPian movement. Do it. Do it. And finally, be on the right side of this market most of the time. You're never going to be right all the time, but you'll certainly know when you're wrong. And you'll have the ability to make that adjustment because you'll start to realize the market certainly, with no doubt, knows more than all of us combined. So what do we got? 330 people in the room today? 330 with 1,950 years of combined education. The Hit the Bid website is second to none. So if we have, I need 300 more people in the room. Everybody has about 8 to 10 years. I want to have, oh my God, the freaking Qs! Just so sick. Yeah, my son's gonna join in, and maybe I won't convince him to take these quick profits, but I'm gonna have him trying to trade options only. So he's gonna be trading all these stocks with options. By the way, the Qs. See, once again, if you said to me this morning, you think the Qs are going green today? No way. No way, because the money was coming out and it was going into all the bank stocks. The money was coming out. It was going into some bio. The money was coming out. It was going to it was going into energy stocks. But the market never stays down. This is awesome. It really is. I mean, all you got to do is wait. All right, when does the market go up? Oh, here it comes. All right, let's buy it. It's just awesome. But really, see the light, people. Join us. Come to get to know us. Get to know my kid. Get to know my other son. Get to know my crew. We're doing things that nobody's doing. And again, the business model is nobody's doing the business model that we have. It's free. It's been free because my main goal is to make you money. And then you just pick back a little bit to the master, wet my beak, as the guy in Godfather said. But it's a lot easier to pony up a couple of thousand if you were here for 3 days and you bang out 3 or 4 grand worth of profits. Oh, this is pretty good. And this is only day 4 of earnings season. We're flawless. Eventually, we're going to have some losses, but not today. Hedge fund working, swing trades are working, investments are working, your day trades are working. It doesn't get much better than this. All right. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you in cyberspace. And I hope I don't melt. How to sign up? You're in. McLaughlin, you've been with us for a while, haven't you? You're with us. Aren't you in the room right now? The McLaughlin family? I got the whole family showing up. Got any more kids? You want to name them after me? Oh, well, yeah. Well, they know. Yeah, just send. Well, I'm leaving, so I'm not going to be responding to the AOL emails. info@hitthebid.com. I have chained this kid. His name's Jordan, but we call him the Minotaur. He's chained to a desk, and he'll respond to your emails. All right. So he'll give you the link. You come and hang out. Again, get to know everybody while I'm away, and then I'll be back on the 29th. And again, I've been doing free classes on Saturday. I think I'm going to keep it going. I'm liking this vibe. We do some trades Thursdays and Fridays. We get together Saturday for a couple hours. We go over what we did, what you might have missed. Everybody learns a little bit more, and we get better and better, better and better at this. By the way, I know what my best trade today was. I shorted Palantir out of the open, played the fade, got paid, and then I went long. Oh yeah, we'll have a couple of people. And I think we're going to just have open mic night. If anybody wants to come onto my website right now and talk about what you learned, open mic night for the next 10 days at the Hit the Bid website. All right? Rock and roll, people. Rock and roll. Smile and wave, everybody. Smile and wave. Jeremy Newsom for president. All right? It could be fun. It could be fun. It really could be. And by the way, once again, as I say once again 5,000 times every time I have a conversation with you, get to know me. A lot of you guys think one thing, and it's probably wrong. Get to know me. You'll want to be my real friend. All right? Take care, everybody.